I start my seedlings in a peat pellet, like this. It gets bigger. I plant a few in there, and then I take them out and I transplant them, little tiny seedlings, into these net cups. So the question is it better to transplant them, to take them out of the peat pellet, put them into the hydroponics container, or is it better to just stick the peat pellet directly into the net cup? Well, I tried it by accident, and I'll show you the results. These were the plants that I planted in the peat pellets, and then put the peat pellets directly in the net cup in the water. These were the plants that I took out of the peat pellets very carefully, rinsed off the peat, and I stuck them into the medium, into the water. So this is not, at first glance you might think, well, these are doing much better than these, but these have multiple plants in them, and so it's not quite fair. But if you look at a single plant, which is like this guy right here in front, single plant, it's about the same size as this one over here, if not a little bit bigger. This little squatty guy in front, I don't know what his problem is. I don't know if he's just a weaker seedling or not, but I think overall, just leaving them in the peat pellet, they are doing a little bit better, and I attribute that to transplant shock. So I took these out as carefully as I could, but I still tore some of the roots, just still kind of damaged the structure a little bit. These had a little bit of transplant shock when I moved them. They've come back, they're doing fine. They'll take off here in a couple days, and the roots look great. Look at the roots going down there. Compare that to this one over here, which also has roots going down. The roots aren't quite as developed or as strong as the roots in the pure solution, the ones that were transplanted in there, but they've got a better leaf structure up top, which is what I prefer because I eat the leaves, not the roots. Don't mind this one. This one I forgot to water, but it'll come back. I didn't have a spot for him in any of my containers, so I'm going to put him out in the real garden in a couple days. What I usually do is, these guys over here are about ready to cut. This is black-seeded Simpson. I don't remember what the kind this is. A little bit of tip burn back here, but I don't remember what kind it is. When I cut these in a few days, look at that, by the way. That's some impressive lettuce, huh? When I cut these in a few days, then I'll put some new seedlings in the peat pellet, and then put the peat pellet into the container of water over there. So that's my plan. But for now, to answer the question, do you go to the effort of taking them out of the peat pellet or the soil or whatever other medium you started them in and transplant them into your growing medium? Or do you just take a peat pellet like this, put it in a net cup in the water? The method that requires the least amount of effort is to just take the peat pellet and put it in the net cup in the water. And it doesn't seem to be having any adverse effects. They're doing as well, if not better, than the lettuces that I transplanted. My spinach that I started what seems like weeks and weeks ago is not doing awesome. I don't know if my expectations are wrong for spinach, but it doesn't seem to be quite as prolific as, say, lettuce, which I planted about the same time. Anyway, back to the question. If you're looking for an efficient way to plant things in hydroponic solution, just put them in the peat pellet or the rockwool or whatever and put them right into the net cup. You don't need to take them out and gingerly set them in to the growing medium. Some people do, some people don't. I've seen it both ways. I tried it quite on accident. Like I didn't have room for anything, so I started them in here, and I left them in here, and then I had extras because I just did. I still have extras. And then those extras I just stuck into this box without taking them out, just to see what would happen. And about a week later, I'd say overall these are doing as well, if not better than these. So do it however you like. It seems to work well either way, but I think I'm going to be going with the peat pellet in the future, where I just stick the seedlings right in the peat pellet in the net cup in the solution. And thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any different experiences in the comments, and I'll see you next time.